coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And of course, we'll have a chance to see Klay Thompson. Shaq, at this point in his career, where do you rank him among the top shooting guards in the league?
I'm going to have to go number 2.
Wow.
His counterpart is number 1. And his counterpart...
How about his counterpart? Top shooting guard.
Yeah, I think he's...
a shooter, 2 guard.
2 guards.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, you said guards. You said
okay. Top shooting guard.
Okay, start again.
Oh, hold on. A shooting guard is a guard that shoots.
No, 2 guard. Point guard shooting.
Listen, man. You try to mess me up here.
What is the power forward?
If you get any echo right now, it's only temporary. Just letting you know. I've got to wait for it to give me the warning because it turns off by itself. Once it gives me the warning, I'll take it off my head and then you won't get the echo.
A 2 guard. All right. Thank you for that enormous clarification. I would probably say he's the number 1 2 guard in the league.
Ahead of Jimmy Butler.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Ahead of James Harden, although Harden does turn the ball up.
Yes. In his form, where his shot looks, and what I really love about this guy is he's not worried about his stats. But if you ask him to step up, he can definitely step up into the attic.
I agree with Shaq, because when he's on fire, he's one of the most exciting players there is, and can completely take over games.
Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan will have the call, and we will...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. And Stephen Curry continues to remain sidelined with the injury.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin, but really, it's an issue for both teams with regard to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through those injuries and still come out on top.
And let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance moments ago to talk with head coach Nate.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent and come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's pretty tall order. Guys?
Thanks, David. And the Pacers going with the smaller lineup, too, but they've remained an elite team defensive. Guys, how have they done?
Well, not so much about their shot blocking or rim protecting as it was in the past. More about their perimeter defense. One of the best in the league at forcing turnovers and defending the three-point shot. And ironically, despite all the pressure they apply, they do a good job of keeping the ball in front most times.
Let's check that.
I have to change my controller. 1 sec. Just putting the skin on the controller, I can't play without it. Oh wow, it's inside out. Just a sec. This thing is such a pain in the ass. Alright, here we go. Get in there.
The old starting lineup. Monte and George filling out the perimeter. Turner's out there with LaVoy Allen. And it's Teague in at the point guard position. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the smoke for two. It's on Kevin Durant. And Paul George attacking the game with renewed vigor last season. And another all-star appearance. Guys, he didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, he actually scored 41 points in the All-Star game. One shot of Wilt Chamberlain's record from 1962.
As I said, the echo's only temporary.
Get your tickets. PG-13.
Just gotta wear this headset for a little while till it gives me the warning.
Now here's Durant. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. 4 on the clock. The try by Green. It's good. He drew contact on the shot, so we will go to the line on a 3-point play chance here. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Now here's Ellis. Teague drives in, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And when you think of attack guards, ones who can get into the lane at will, Jeff Teague certainly comes to mind. I mean, a great athlete and it all starts for him with dribble penetration.
And talking about Teague, once he blows by defenders, he can hurt you in a number of ways.
Yeah, I mean, a great drive and dish playmaker, owns a nice little teardrop. He's also gotten better at drawing contact and working himself to the line.
Here's George. That shot off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Now Ellis, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. Teague drives in, and Thompson sends it back. On the wing, Green. And Thompson gets to Durant. Back to Thompson. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Well, I think it's got to serve notice to the defense that it's going to take a much stronger effort than that to contain this guy today. They've got to bring more force if they're going to try to slow him down. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Clark dishes to Thompson. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Allen kicks to George. Screen by Ellis. Dishes to Teague. Buries the long-range jumper. Teague's got 6.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Durant. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Out to Thompson from deep three-point range. Again, the miss by Thompson.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. But he gets it back. T kicks to Turner. Allen outside. Pass. There's the dish to Turner. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Clark, the pass to Green. At the top of the key, Clark. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Clark's got his first bucket of the night. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ellis with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Tries it from 19. Offensive rebound. The shot by Turner, no good. Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Thompson with the bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Now a chance to take a look at the shot chart.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
The Warriors leading. Here's Clark. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. McGee a screen. Durant dishes to Green. 6 to shoot. Golden State moving the ball around. In the corner, George with it. Indiana again missing. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here's Teague following the shot by Kevin Durant. Puts it up from 12 and a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's 8 points for Teague.
I don't know how T was able to hit that shot. Defender right on it, but still drains the jumper.
Back to Durant. Feeds to McGee. Over to the left wing. They set the pick. Thompson inside the line. And the Warriors get it back. And it's Clark in the corner. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Clark's got his second bucket of the night.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Teague. He's got 8. Shot's good by Turner.
Boy, Turner's really good at picking the defense apart, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Miles Turner, the 11th overall pick last season out of the University of Texas, only spent 1 season in college. But this guy very well could be a perennial all-star. The Pacers think they've gotten a steal. He was a 19-year-old rookie who showed he already understands how to hold his own at both ends of the floor.
Indiana leading. Here's George. It's rebounded by Durant. Warriors have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Here's Teague, following the basket by Draymond Green. Turner with the screen. Allen kicks to Ellis. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Not easy to rattle this guy, Monte Ellis. I mean, he does a really nice job keeping his focus, especially when he's attacking the basket.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. Then for the Pacers. And Stevenson's checked in for Ellis. And it's Brooks in for Jeff Teague. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. West is checked in for Draymond Green. Barnes comes in for Kevin Durant. And McCaw is subbed in for Thompson. Indiana also making some changes. Seraphin comes in for Allen. And Glenn Robinson III is subbed in for George. Now here's Brooks. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. The shot by Turner, no good.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Stolen by Seraphin. And Brooks, here we go. No good, shot missing. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Here's McCaw. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 1.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Warriors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Clark, the pass to Pachulia. Here's Clark, guarded by Robinson. Pass to McCaw. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Clark. Brooks covering. Clark kicks to Pachulia. 5 on the clock. Turner with the steal. Now here is Robinson. Tight defense on him, and it's Brooks in the corner. They set the pick. It's to Seraphin. He dishes it to Turner. The putback. Stevenson outside. Pachulia with the steal. The pass to McCaw. Back to Pachulia. Here's Clark. Out to West. Pachulia inside. Seraphin's there. And that one's good by Clark.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Pacers trail by 3. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Stevenson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Clark dishes to Pachulia. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Here is Stevenson. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Turner. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Turner's got 5 now.
Exceptional skills for Turner down in the paint. This guy, I think, has the potential to be a dominant player inside for a lot of years.
Now here's Barnes. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Stevenson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Pacers lead by 1. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one. The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Turner passes to Brooks. And Turner kicks to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Seraphin. It's rebounded by West. Golden State's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Some nice passing by Golden State. 27 seconds left in the first quarter.
Oh, and look at his man just go flying by him after the shot fake.
And it might be humiliating for the defender, but it feels oh so good on the other side. My goodness.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he was really in a good flow that time. Saw the opening, let the play evolve a bit, and then boom, boom.
The feed to Clark. West to screen on Brooks. And here's Barnes for 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
Comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And if I keep working each and every year, I've gotten better. You know, if I continue to just keep working, I've seen improvements.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and the athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's McCaw in at the 1 spot. That's the Warriors 5. George dishes to Allen, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. 2 on the clock. From deep, Stevenson kept alive. Here's Seraphin. Outside George. And another shot. Nice spin off the left rim and in. George has got his second basket of the night.
George doesn't mind taking advantage of every chance to knock down the mid-range jump shot.
Green kicks to Thompson. Green, the screen. McCall with the bucket. We talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 19-point game in Los Angeles.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Here's McCall. Paul George making his last shot. Durant for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
It wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
Pacers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Stevenson outside. It's Young on the wing. And the shot no good, a bit short. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Durant. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead. And Indiana shooting just 34% from the floor.
And for Kevin Durant, guys, when he left Oklahoma City to join the Warriors, he knew he'd face a backlash. I mean, fans in Oklahoma City, some felt betrayed. Critics who said he took the easy way out. But in the end, he went with his gut. He decided to face that criticism and go outside his comfort zone and his safe haven, if you will, in OKC.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. And the Pacers also making a change. Ellis has checked in. And for Durant, his choice to join the Warriors break seemed to be about winning, but also about the culture that they have developed out there.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder had often been criticized for the way their offense would at times break down into the quote-unquote hero ball, but the Warriors play an unselfish style. Players who love to pass the ball and who can also get along great off the court. I think that was a huge part of what attracted KD to the Warriors.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, all of us saw Paul George's compound fracture playing for Team USA. It was one of the most devastating on-court injuries we've seen. But he's back now, and he says it put everything in perspective. That this game can be gone at any second. I've got to enjoy this ride, enjoy this journey. I'm much more happy. I just see things in a different light now. Evan?
Yep, great to have him back in action, D.A. Thank you. Thompson for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
I mean, he hit that shot from the next town over. Yeah, what a shot.
Ellis kicks to Allen. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Warriors leading by 3. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 5 now.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle with their offensive end.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up. How about passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here's Young after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on LaVoy Allen. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pacers making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Warriors have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Here's McCall. 8 points for him. Durant, the pass to McCall. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Warriors.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The Warriors have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. Pacers trail by 7. Outside Teague. Kicks it to Ellis. They set the pick. He feeds it to George. Off the pick. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Some nice passing by Golden State. McCaw, the pass to Green. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. 2 shots. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now, here is George. He's got 17. Pocket 6. Ellis against Thompson. Here's Seraphin. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Seraphin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's McCall. Teague covering. It's blocked. Now George. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Ellis kicks to George. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
A moment here to check out Kevin Durant. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging 29 points per game, 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Clark, he's checked in for McCall.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Here's Clark. He has 6. Thompson up top. He kicks to Clark. Dishes it to Durant. Stolen by George. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And here's Green outside. Rebounded by Ellis.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Right side George. Down low. The kick out to Teague. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Lavoy Allen. Robinson comes in for George. And Brooks subbed in for Monte Ellis. Now here's Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Good chance here for Turner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists tonight. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Outside team passes it to Robinson. So he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Barnes in for Durant. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. Second, the Warriors.
The last few weeks have shown these guys that being patient with your passing can earn you some easy looks and baskets. Excellent teamwork. The more you do it, the more you're rewarded, and it becomes contagious.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but I thought the shot blocking was the real story. I mean, he was just everywhere. It got hard to keep track of all his rejections.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Warriors have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. Now, here is Robinson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And here's Brooks from outside. It's good from long range. Brooks has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Thompson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And Stevenson's checked in for T. Shot's good for Seraphin.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Clark. It's rebounded by Seraphin. Seraphin's got his 6th rebound on the night. Brooks dishes to Robinson. 1:46 left now here in the second. Here's Seraphin. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Golden State's gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. And that one's good by Clark.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now, here is Robinson, and it's blocked. They retain possession. Count that one. 9 points for Miles Turner.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop. He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine. Just absolute domination in this one for Thompson. He's got 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
And Indiana making a change here. Young's checked in.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Stevenson against Barnes. West passes to Barnes, and the shot goes down. Barnes has got his first bucket of the night.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Another three for Golden State.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In the corner, it's Stevenson. Robinson kicks to Brooks. To end the run, and it goes out of bounds. That one off West. 15 seconds left to play here in the half. 6 to shoot. Stevenson with a clean look. Buries it from three-point range. Stevenson's got 7.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Here's Thompson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Warriors lead by 8.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And we finished one half of basketball. Warriors ahead. They lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Good battle going on tonight. What has been the approach?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
We'll see if you can keep it going in the second half. Thanks. Back to you.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. One half completed. Let's break it down. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 19 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by.
As we return to the action here at Oracle, a terrific look from above at downtown Oakland and the historic Tribune Tower. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Teague and Monte are the guard set. Paul George is out there with LaVoy Allen. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Brett.
Now here's Durant. There's the dish to McGee. Green left side. Feeds it to Clark. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Durant. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Teague dishes to Ellis. Turner with a screen on Thompson. Ellis can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 8. Monte Ellis, one of the NBA's real ironmen, only missed 3 games in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, he's a guy who wants to answer the bell every game. Doesn't want to be watching in street clothes. Loves the action, loves to play. Has a high impact style too. I mean, he's one of my more enjoyable guys to watch because of the verve with which he plays. When he's got the ball, he's very explosive getting to the rack.
The Pacers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
Pass to Durant. Shot off the pick. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall.
Teague can't hit.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. To the paint. And here's George for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 22.
And George is really comfortable from outside. I mean, he's got a high release point on his shot, which makes it very difficult to block.
Over in the corner, Green looking for McGee. He gets it there. Clark, the pass to Durant. To the paint, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. You see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. That there has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you're making life far too easy on them.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That's his first foul. Here's Ellis. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. From deep, George. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Turner with the screen. A 3-ball. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Now Ellis, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. McGee with it. Picked up by Turner. Here's Durant. And again, no good by Golden State.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
McGee with the block. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And the Warriors making a change here. McCaw's checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Teague. Warriors with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you. The numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too. Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
And it's Green with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now ends up costing him.
McGee's shot is off. Pacers trail by 9. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Now here's Teague. 11 points in the game. Turner with a screen on Durant. Here's George.
And that classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And there was Keal bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. One of the most impactful free agent moves in league history, certainly Kevin Durant. Greg signing with the Golden State Warriors.
It sent shockwaves through the league. I mean, we've heard of teams with 3 All-Stars before, but, the Warriors now have 4. And when you look at Curry, Thompson, Durant, and Green, you could argue that each of them are the best at their respective position in the NBA. Well, that is scary for the opposition.
Boy, give Ellis credit for maintaining his focus at all times. I mean, there's not much the defense can do to distract him, to bother him, to disrupt him from getting a high percentage shot.
Durant, no good.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Teague drives in, comes up empty down low.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish.
inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Pacers trail by 9. George sets a screen for T. Green with the block.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science has improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, GA. Thank you. And some changes here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. West comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Klay Thompson in for Durant. Indiana also making some changes. And Stevenson's checked in for LaVoy Allen. And Robinson III comes in for Monte Ellis. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Clark. He's got 12. Thompson outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Thompson's got 22.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And Young kicks to George. Turner with the screen. And George, here we go. And Paul George formerly wore the jersey number 24. And sports writers suggested he should go with the number 13, so his nickname could be PG-13. George liked the idea, so he did it.
Yeah, and the more superstitious among us might wonder if he brought himself some bad luck with that number, but it is an auspicious number for him. Of course, back in 2013, he won Most Improved Player and made his first All-Star appearance. But I think the story is true. The fact that PG, in an effort to brand himself a certain way, wanted to be viewed as agreeable to all viewing parties.
So it's the Pacers now. The Warriors making the shot. Back to Young. Expanding his range. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Clark, defended by Young. Then Pachulia with the dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Now, here is Young. Basket good. Young's got 5.
He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
And here are the Warriors now. Here's Clark. 14 points for him. He dishes it to Barnes. Pass to Clark. Good defensive work there by Young.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Robinson kicks to Young. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Turner. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Turner's got it back down to single digits for the Pacers. Here's Thompson. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
Aaron Brooks is checked in for Indiana. Young outside. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Stevenson, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now, here is Young. 5 points in the game.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Thompson outside. The pass to West. That one, no good. And Indiana will come the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
Here's Clark. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 8 rebounds in this game. Brooks dishes to Young. There's a screen. .121 left in the third quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. LaPree. Offensive rebound, Pacers. Turner. Excellent D there from Pachulia.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Outside Robinson. Here's Young. Turner passes to Young. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Warriors, number 1.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
And he makes the first.
Check out the stats for Young. He has 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Now here's West. And there's the feet to Pachulia. To the paint. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Matt Barnes. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Turner with a screen on Durant.
And Turner's all about doing what's best for the team, especially if it means giving up his body to clear out room for the open shot.
Gets it off. No good on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Warriors leading by 4. Durant is out there with West. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Clark in at point guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's West. Outside for Durant. 6 to shoot. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Durant's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. Ellis crossed it up, trying to find Brooks. He's got it now. Count that bucket.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Here's West. Aaron Brooks picking up that last basket. And Durant gets double teamed. Stolen by Stevenson. And now Stevenson on the floor all by himself.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Here's West. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Brooks. Now, here's Stevenson. George, that's a 2-pointer. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. That's 28 points for George.
Hey, a nice calm disposition and demeanor is what helps George be as good and as special as he is. It allows him to maintain his concentration on the basket despite stifling defense.
Yes, that goes in.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
T kicks to Ellis. Back to T. A floater. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact here. I read somewhere Jeff Teague says an NBA player, he'd be a battle rapper.
Well, that's a pretty unique answer. And I know he likes to battle when he's out on the floor. So Teague is also a big sneakerhead, as they're called, has a huge collection of those as well.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in, and it's Clark in the corner. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Warriors. Turner's checked in for Indiana. Here's Clark. It's Durant on the wing. Golden State moving it around. It's stolen by Teague. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And one great play leads to another with Teague. His fast hands and fast feet making things happen.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. It's going to be on Miles Turner. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Led by as many as 14 points. Clark kicks to McGee. Over in the corner, Green. Dishes to Clark. Back to McGee. At the top of the key, Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Durant, the pass to McGee. They kick it out to Green. It's stolen by Teague. It's Durant on the wing. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Teague can't hit. Warriors leading by 3. Outside Durant. On the wing, Green. It's Durant on the wing. Defended by George. And Durant gets it to go.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow. It's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Well, I think you've got to give the offense some credit there. I mean, good instincts, understanding what the defense was giving them, and then taking advantage of it. That's what a good offensive player does.
Out to Thompson. It's rebounded by Ellis. Pacers trail by 3. He feeds it to T. Turner with the screen to tie it up. That doesn't go in either for T. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
It's been a tough go for him. Just an uncontainable game for Green. He has 9 rebounds, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor. And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
And George kicks to Allen. Outside Teague. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's 20 points for Teague.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Thompson dishes to Clark. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, if you fix
Ellis against Thompson. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And this game is tied up now.
And, you know, the mid-range jump shot, that spot on the floor, I think is important in the game today. It's always helpful to have a guy like Ellis who can knock down that mid-range shot as well as he can.
Now here's Thompson. Now here's Durant. Kicks it to Clark. And there's the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Outside, George. Outside, T. Back to George to take the lead. And the 3-ball is good. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
What a top-notch game he's had. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Paul George really making a difference here.
He is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Odom.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one.
Okay, David, thanks. T kicks to Allen. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And just taking his time, carving out space, looking for the shot that he wants. That's all about work ethic and tenacity from Allen. The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Good on both. Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And here is Teague. On the wing, George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on that one. Great D that time from Durant.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Durant. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. That one drops for him. George has got 7 now in this quarter. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Check out the game for Durant. 22 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Now here's Ellis. He kicks it to T. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got his 4th assist in this one.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Foul call that time in the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Turner. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Robinson's checked in for Indiana.
Montel, it's hard to believe he's got over a decade in the league already, right out of high school back in the mid-2000s. This guy is an outstanding scorer, driver, and surprisingly good as a playmaker, too. You let him get to his right hand, you're in a real trouble.
Now here's Teague following the miss by Draymond Green. Allen, a screen on Thompson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Outside, George. There's a screen by Robinson. George, no good. And Ellis always aggressive looking to score. He's instant offense, guys.
Yeah, he's high-octane offense, one of the best in the league at getting into the middle of the defense and making good things happen for his team.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Now, here is George. Outside Teague. Here's the floater. And he lays it up and in. Teague's got it all tied up now for Indiana.
Not a surprise to see Teague stepping up when his team needs him. Huge score right there.
And Thompson kicks to Green. They set the screen. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Green. That's 28 points for Kevin Durant.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
And George gets it to go.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Thompson from long range. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Right side, George. And it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Stolen by Robinson. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Robinson's got the ball. Allen left side. Outside Teague. Inside. Here's Robinson. Ellis right side. At the elbow, it's George. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And you know what? In George, I've seen a bit of a maturity come about in terms of him picking his spots in games. That's evidence of a high basketball IQ and a comfort level with his role as leader on this team.
Teague with a clean look. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
These are the moments that Jeff Teague lives for. He loves close games.
George against Durant. Pass it to Clark. Shot to stop the run. Connects. And he is brought down to within 2 points.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
At the elbow, it's George. Allen outside. Ellis kicks to Allen. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. It's tipped.
And it's still within reach. But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Teague with the ball. From deep. Look out. And then he throws that like that. The home run. I was ready to go in. He pulls a Houdini. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 5. 3 seconds left.
That is bullshit.
Play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're up by 3. 1 second left in the game. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. This win sets a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan player of the game, Paul George. They fed him the ball repeatedly in the second quarter, and boy, did he come alive. Once he gets into a scoring mindset, very difficult to stop.
He was just having a ball out there, making big plays up and down the court. It didn't matter who or what defensive scheme was on him. He just took the challenge and gave you the full arsenal tonight.
It's rare that a player can have as much of an impact from the wing as Paul George can. After that horrific injury, this guy, who is he? Where'd you get the leg from? Can I order one on the internet too? His range, defensive ability, and athleticism, he's a guy you can shape a franchise around.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.